What's going on, guys? Back with another video. And today, I've been having some thoughts, right? So, I know the last video I made, I was talking about Derek Queen. If the Wizards were to stay at 6, right? As I've been watching, some tape, some film, as they say, I've just been thinking, man, the Wizards got to get into this top 4 somehow, some way, right? Because in my opinion, after the top 4 players, Flag, Harper, Bailey, Edgecombe, I feel like there's a gap. Like Jeremiah Fears is cool. Trey Johnson is cool. Dude from Duke, I can't remember his name right now, but you guys know what I'm talking about. He's solid. He's cool. You got the kid from France that a lot of people have been talking about that has been raising up the ranks a little bit. But in my opinion, man, I think the Wizards got to get into that top 4. Only team I'm thinking that they can make a move with that would be really willing to move off their spot is maybe the 76ers at 3. Maybe. Because I don't know. I don't know how it'll get done. Maybe, you give them obviously the 6th pick, you give them your other first round pick, the 18th pick, and maybe you take a contract off of them. I don't know. I ain't put it in the trade machine or nothing, so I don't know how it works. Maybe take an Andre Drummond off of them, take a Eric Gordon off of them. I'm not sure exactly how the numbers work and all that. In order to move up to 3 and give yourselves a chance at, because the facto 1 and 2 are Flag and Dylan Harper. Dylan Harper, I think, is going to be the best player in this draft class. But another guy that I think is a close, underrated prospect to be one of the best in this draft class, who I think has an opportunity to be the best of this draft class, is VJ Edgecombe. I do like Ace Bailey as well, but VJ Edgecombe, I mean, when you look at his athleticism, off the charts. Explosiveness, off the charts. 19 years old. I think if you watched him play on the Bahamas national team when he was playing with legitimate NBA players and Buddy Hield and I think DeAndre Ayton, I forgot who else was on there. But he looked like one of the better players on the team, if not the best player on the team, and that's a team with NBA veterans. I think he just has a tenacity and an intensity that a physicality that's all going to translate to the NBA game. I think he's somebody who I could see being a future star in this league, alongside Dylan Harper as well. Obviously, Flag, you have him at 1, but I'm big on Edgecombe. He's one of my favorite players in this whole draft. I just don't believe he'll fall to 6. I don't see him, exiting that top 4. I would love, and this is why I'm so upset that the Wizards dropped to 6. I would have been fine if the Wizards went 1, 2, 3, or even 4. I would have been fine with that. But to drop to 6 is just such a huge drop, and it's very annoying. But when I look at the tape, I'm just huge on Edgecombe. I think day one, he's a guy who will be one of the best players on the Washington Wizards roster currently. I think he's going to show flashes. I think he's going to excel to the best young Wizards player, almost off rip, in my opinion. Even if it take a little bit of time, I just think he's that talented. Yes, he has some worries. I think the shooting and things, as time goes on, you work on that, get that to improve. But man, you got a lot to go off with this kid. And the sad thing is he's not going to be there at 6. If he is, I'd be shocked. But I don't see him getting past 3 at Philly. I don't see him getting past 4 in Charlotte. I just would be, shocked. I think, and let me check to make sure. Yeah, then Utah, if he made it past Charlotte, he would go to Utah at 5. And then when you look at the Wizards options, outside of the guys in that top 4, with Bailey, Harper, Flag, Edgecombe, it's some potential, but I'm just not that really enamored with anybody. I like Queen. I do like Queen. But all the other options there, I'm not really enamored with them. At 6, like Fears, I like. He's cool. I'm not in love with him. Noah, the kid, I believe that's how you pronounce his name. I apologize if it's not. The kid from France, not enamored with him. Knuppel, I don't know how you pronounce it. I'm sorry as well. But dude from Duke, I'm not enamored with him as well. I feel like he is a safe pick though for sure. I think he's going to be a solid NBA player. But I just look at the guys in that top 4, man, and I just feel like the Wizards, they need to find a potential franchise player. They need to find a star. If they landed at 2 to get Dylan Harper, I think Dylan Harper would have been that next guy. But I think Edgecombe, man, he gives you a chance at finding that guy that you've been looking for. And I'm as you can tell by how I'm speaking, I'm extremely high on him. Obviously, the question is the 76ers looking to move from that 3 spot? Because, like I said, I don't think Charlotte's moving from 4. They're not really in a position to move. I don't think the Utah's moving at 5. They're not really in a position to move. Not saying that they're not in a position, but I don't think they're really looking to move. But the 76ers, they got Joel. Maybe they're cool with getting more assets and maybe using that to end up getting a more NBA ready player right now who's been in the league or something. Because as long as you got Joel Embiid on your team, you're looking to compete, for a championship. So I just wanted to make a quick video, not be here too long, just to really speak and express my thoughts on the Wizards potentially moving up in that top 4, grabbing somebody like VJ Edgecombe. If y'all are Ace Bailey guys and would rather go for Ace Bailey, I'm completely fine with that too. I like Ace Bailey as well. I just like VJ a little bit more. So let me know what y'all think. Or would y'all prefer to just stay at 6? Y'all don't want to give nothing up. Y'all really like Jeremiah Fears. Let me know. But as far as that, I mean, that's all I have. And that's just my thoughts right there. So until the next thing that pops up in my head that I really want to talk about and record. I'll see you guys next time, man. Peace.